Hi, I'm Sam Thurgood and welcome to my 2 Minute Parsha. In this week's Sidra of Emor, we have the commandment to count the 7 weeks of the Omer, counting from Pesach until Shavuot. Shavuot, in fact, the only festival in the Torah for which no date is given. We are simply told to count those 7 weeks from Pesach to Shavuot, and on the 50th day we celebrate Shavuot. And we know that we are counting the Omer now. And the question, of course, is why doesn't the Torah simply give a date for Shavuot? The Sefer HaChinuch famously explains that because the Torah is our very essence and identity, it defines who we are. Hashem wants us to count towards it, to build the anticipation and to prepare ourselves for the giving of the Torah. Of course, the famous question then is, why do we count up rather than counting down? Conventionally, when you are looking forward to something, you count down how many days there remain until that. It's another 20 days, it's another 5 days. Nobody's saying, oh, we're on day X of lockdown. They're saying, we only have another X days left of lockdown, which, as I've mentioned previously, is not a very helpful attitude because it's not in your control and you never know when it's going to be extended. But nonetheless, when there is something that we are counting towards, we usually count down. Well, the Sefer HaChinuch gives his own answer, which Rabbi Porat, like me and others, don't find it really hits the spot, that we really relate to it so well. But he answers with a midrash from Kohelet, that he explains the principle is that this is not a passive counting, but an active counting. When you're counting down to your birthday, there is nothing you can or should do to make the time go quicker. You are, so to speak, at the mercy of the time. But the story goes that there was a king whose son became very ill, and he miraculously recovered and was feeling much, much better. And the teacher came to the king and said, okay, now your son is healed. It's time for him to come back to the school. And the king said, he hasn't got his spark back yet. Let's give him a little bit more time. And every day they gave him good food and exercise and whatever else he needed until he started getting back that shine in his face. And every day they counted another day. And what that means, is Rabbi Porat, is that every day we are adding something. We are growing in some way. And that also explains why the benchmarks mentioned in the Torah are not exactly Pesach to Shavuot. It is agricultural measurements, from when you harvest the barley until when the wheat harvest is ready. Why? Because when it comes to agriculture, every day you see something grow. In botany, you see these plants grow a little bit more. And in fact, Rabbi Yisrael Salanta insisted that there should be plants in his yeshiva so that the students would be aware of and aspire towards growth every single day. So that's the idea. It's not a passive counting, it's an active counting. Each day towards Shavuot, we are supposed to add, we are supposed to grow. And please God, that way we will arrive at the festival of the giving of the Torah in a more wholesome state than we were at Pesach. Shabbat Shalom.